guys, Jonah here, and we're back once again, back in your living room, back in your study, back on your mobile phone for another homebrew review. And this time we got my very good friend Dave the Welsh brewer, and this one's very special. This one's called the Regiment, and if you can see on the label, Dave as always does genius labels, and this one has got the Prince of Wales fleur de livre, I believe, the Welsh Regiment. And I've got a friend, big shout out to Simon, guy I work with, who used to be in that regiment, the Welsh Guards, yeah, this one's for him. ABV on this is 3.8. Sorry, the colour ran a bit because it was in my shed for a long time. 3.8 on the ABV. Let's get this bad boy open. Now hopefully, nice, last one I had of Dave's kind of exploded everywhere, so this one's a lot better. Let's get this one in a glass. Now Dave, the Welsh brewer, who isn't in fact Welsh, but he lives in Wales, him and me kind of did a bit of an exchange. Well, we did the SJ pour beers to start with, and he had a bit of a mare, unfortunately. I don't think it was as bad as you thought it was, Dave, but he put an entry into the One Kit Challenge and sent me a few beers, and this is one of those. Wow, pretty well carbonated, hey, let's say, but it's looking pretty clear, I have to say. Look at that. And just one cornetto, give it to me. Now there's a lot of Italians in Wales, did you know? Oh yes there are. So, you know, on the gondolas, in Merthyr, oh down the mines, in Merthyr, oh. You can tell it's tough in Merthyr, even the fucking rats carry knives. Look at that, that does look like an ice cream, doesn't it? Got a slight haze on there, and the Regiment, I don't know too much about this brew. Because there's too many bubbles, I can't. Oh shit. I was getting close and I got far too close there. Ugh. Hopefully that hasn't deteriorated from such a lovely brew. Right, I guess I'm going to have to crack on in there, to be honest. So let's try and not get so much in my beard. It's going to end up having on all over my beard, man. There's definitely a trick to drinking beers that have huge heads, and I don't know if I've got that trick down, but that wasn't a bad attempt, was it? We're getting very bitter, very clean, very crisp taste, not much on the mouthfeel, quite dry. This I'd say would be maybe a lager, maybe a pale ale perhaps, maybe a Kolsch. I was speaking to another of my good home brewing friends, oh dear, well carbonated, Darren, and with Homebrew to You and Me, and he's going Kolsch is the next challenge. I have to say, I'm calling you out there, Darren. And for those of you that aren't too sure, Kolsch is basically a lager made with ale yeast, so possibly that's what's going down this line. I think it's got a bit more of a bitterness than a lager, so I'll go for a pale ale. Superbly dry on the finish. I mean, this is a lovely drink. It's in steep opposition to the very hoppy pale ales, the American style. So I'm glad you called it the Regiment, because this is a good beer that would go down in the naffy, no worries, with the men, the soldiers, the people that keep us from harm. And we don't really recognise that a lot of the time. And I think they do a very, very good job, very valuable, and we run them down the whole time. And essentially they're risking their lives for our freedom. So, to all the Welsh guards, to all the soldiers everywhere, cheers and beers from Uncle Jono. And cheers Dave, the Welsh brewer. This one's a very nice beer. Very good. Down the hatch. You know what, we're running a bit late on this video and I really want to say more because it's a really good beer, but taste wise, I mean, it's very dry, so there's not much going on in the malt profile and I can't really detect much in the hop profile. Otherwise, all I can say is this is a very, very nice beer. What more can I say? Very sessionable. Cheers Dave. Aye, Welsh brewing time, isn't it? Yes.